Hello, John and Isabel here, and welcome to this week's episode of The Jungle.
This month marks the beginning of a brand new year, and to kick this off, we're starting with our reporter Ellie and her scoop on New Year's resolutions.
Whether you want to get your grades up, put more effort into how you look, or start working out, New Year's is a great time to start doing all of those things. New Year's is a time for you to set goals and standards for the next era of your life. To find out what we could expect from the students next year, I asked some of them what their New Year's resolutions were.
My New Year's resolutions are to try to make my voice sound better when I'm singing and really get my fingering style going with my guitar so I can play a lot more.
My New Year's resolution was to learn to drive. Eat healthy, but it's not going to happen, so.
My New Year's resolution is to eat healthy.
My New Year's resolution is to drink more water and eat healthy.
My New Year's resolution is to be able to run because I can.
My New Year's resolution is to make better grades.
This year, don't be scared to work harder or try something new. After all, you never know where your full potential could take you.
This is Ellie signing off on The Jungle. Back to you, Isabella and John Morgan.
Thanks, Ellie. Now on to Grace for her story on the traditions of New Year's Eve.
In America, New Year's celebrations include watching the ball drop and blasting fireworks throughout the neighborhood. But do any students at SHS have some different traditions that they do to ring in the new year? I asked around to find out.
So for New Year's, I just kind of sat around with my family. I didn't really do much, but we had a good time. It was fun.
It's been a tradition that I go with a couple of friends to a New Year's Eve party, and they have this wooden rotating chair, and 3 years ago I called that I would be the one to break it when I sat in it, and so this year, like as it was about to be starting the countdown, I kind of broke the chair.
Spend time with family and friends.
On New Year's, I threw a party. We threw a party. And friends came over.
You know, for New Year's, I just sat around the crib, didn't do much, chill with the boys, watched a little bit of football. Sad that my Michigan Wolverines lost, but hey, it's alright. You know, we're just sharing JUCO product. Brandon Daniels, I'm home for your spot.
This is Grace signing off from The Jungle.
Thank you, Grace. Now with the New Year address, let's talk about what's coming up. The English department will be going on a field trip to one of the largest Shakespeare festivals in the world, the Alabama Shakespeare Festival, to see the timeless theatrical classic, The Tragedy of Romeo and Juliet. The Alabama Shakespeare Festival is a professional theater housed in a stunning performance art complex set in a 250-acre park in Montgomery. The play is on March 15th, and the cost of the trip is $55, which will cover admission, charter bus fare, and a yummy Chick-fil-A lunch. You must fill out a permission slip from Miss Wesley and get it back to her during second period or after school before the 31st of January. You do not want to miss out on this amazing opportunity to see this famous play at the Shakespeare Festival.
Thanks, Sean. Now, depending on what has happened since this broadcast was filmed, the government may or may not be shut down. The government shutdown began 3 weeks ago because President Trump wants $5.6 billion for the wall along the Mexican border that he feels will keep illegal immigrants out of the country. Congress cannot pass the bill to fund any of the remaining parts of the government because President Trump has said he will not sign the bill if there is no money for the border wall. Democrats have refused to vote for the $5.6 billion border wall spending bill. 800,000 federal workers have not received paychecks because of the shutdown, and many national parks are closed because there is no staff to maintain them. Some parks have been vandalized as they were left open without staff, and people took advantage. The simplest way for this all to end is for Congress and the President to come together and compromise, something neither side seem willing to do. Bipartisan bills to reopen the government have gotten nowhere. The Senate will not even take up any bills that the President will not sign. Leaders in Washington continue to meet, but both sides seem unwilling to give at all. Hopefully compromise will come soon and the government will be moving in the motion soon.
Thanks, Isabella. Now let's move on to Caleb and Skylar for their coverage of Tiger Athletics. Thanks, John. This week our basketball teams played Center Point. Let's take a look.
On Friday, our basketball teams traveled to Center Point High School. The varsity boys went into the game knowing it was going to be very physical, and the refs were not a huge help in that. The varsity boys couldn't connect anything all night, which caused them to struggle on both sides of the court. The final score ended up 46-27, and the Tigers' lowest scoring game of the season. The varsity girls game was the same story. very physical, and the ref did not seem to care. The final score ended up 45-30.
The indoor track team competed last Friday in Birmingham. Let's check it out. The first indoor track meet was a success, with multiple people qualifying for state in the 1600 and the 800. Sarah McGinnis qualified in the 3200 and Sam Gilchrist in the triple jump. The indoor track team competes again Monday.
And the basketball teams play Friday at home. Go out and support your Tigers. And thank all of you for turning in to this episode of The Jungle. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Jungle SHS, and check out our online publication at The Roar at roarshs.com. Tune in for next week for more quality news coverage, and we'll see you guys then.